So my name is Ian Lloyd. I'm a dentist. I'm a qualified dentist. I work for Appeline as a compliance practice advisor, and I also inspect Welsh dental practices for Healthcare Inspectorate Wales, known as HIW. Having been a clinician, there was certainly an element of sympathy with the dental practices that we used to inspect, or I still inspect. All dental practices are very busy. Compliance seems to take a back seat, and I think it's purely like an encouragement that you need to do changes, but being fully aware of the difficulties because of busy working lives. Yes, as I say, my learning curve in compliance was massive, but the two roles actually go hand in hand. I know what dental practices, how busy they are, and the difficulty with keeping on top of compliance, and why it's important to have competent practice manager in place. So yeah, I sit both sides of the fence, and I can see the difficulties and can sympathise on occasions. There are several reasons why compliance is important. Obviously, patient safety is the most important factor. But if you've got a practice that's compliant, inevitably you're going to be more efficient, and you're going to encourage more patients to attend the practice, and inevitably the value of that practice is going to increase. Compliance isn't a one-man job or a one-person job. It's a team effort. You've got to get the team to buy into compliance. I think you have to be extremely switched on, or have a practice manager that's extremely switched on to be able to manage without a compliance provider. I mean, we've got 65 policies, and imagine the time it would take to write 65 policies. It would be false economy, really, for a practice manager to sit down and try and attempt to write 65 policies when there are compliance companies out there. I have had experience with one dental practice in North Wales, which we've actually had to close down through poor compliance. There was feedback from the local health board, and we went in to inspect, and their findings were similar to what we found, and we had no alternative but to close the practice down, albeit on a temporary basis. In this particular case, we'd had intelligence from the local health board. They were due a HIW inspection, and our findings matched what the health board had observed, and so we had no alternative but to close the practice down until improvements were made. I've probably carried out at least 100 inspections in Wales, and that's the only occasion where we've had to close the practice down.